Grace Be Creations. How is everybody doing? It is Wednesday afternoon. I know. I'm actually doing a video in the afternoon. Tell me about it. I'm shocked as well. But I just couldn't wait to start getting back into the flip-flop journal. We are on part 3 of the flip-flop journal. And where we left off was... Hold on, I'm a little backwards here. Where we left off was I lined the front end of the flip-flop journal. I absolutely love how this is coming out. I love how all the colors are flowing nicely within each other. I'm in love with this paper here. And so I have gotten together some other papers to do the other side on the back end. And then I cannot wait to start digging into this book and start decorating it. So excited. I love how this journal's coming out so far. Whenever I have a journal that I am starting to love, I really look forward to decorating it. I want to share something with you really quick. I'm sure you guys have seen on my group this morning and on my Instagram. I made this really cute, it's something I made up. I was just playing with some paper this morning and I just came up with an idea to do a matchbook tag. So basically it's a little matchbook that has different size papers inside of it. And you can choose any kind of paper you want. You can do vellum, you can do cardstock, embossed paper, tissue paper. You can even do fabric if you wanted to. And I made a little tag out of it. And so maybe that's something I can do as a craft with me. I'll add it to the list. I would love to share with you how I made this, but it's adorable. I just love it. Sometimes I have explained to you in the past that sometimes just sitting with paper, I come up with these ideas and I don't know, it's just my brain. I can't explain it. It's just, it happens. People ask me all the time, how do you come up with the ideas? And I'm like, I don't know. I just sit with paper and I just play with it. I figure out these different ways that paper can go together and I have fun with it. And if I can inspire anybody to do a project, then that's a win-win. So anyways, I just want to share that with you really quick. So now I have gotten some papers together to decorate the other side. I have this really cute rose paper. I also cut up one of the rectangle doilies that was sent to me by Ramona. And I think I'm going to incorporate that on here as well. And then I have this real wallpaper. This is real wallpaper that I got from one of my sample books. And I pulled that out. I thought that would be nice. It kind of blends a little bit in. Even though this seems to be a pink theme. I think I can get it to blend in pretty well. And then I just printed up some of this paper. And I printed up some of this paper here. And I printed up some of this paper. So let's see what we can put together. Now, I'm really interested in how I'm going to incorporate this lace here, because normally I don't like to put white on white like that. I mean, just because you can't really see it and I like it to pop. So it would be perfect if I could put it over like a pink. See how that shows through? But I don't want to cover this embossed part because that's the front of the book, right? Yeah, that would not work. So I'm thinking I should have looked to see if I had some tissue paper to place down. I know I have some. In the last gift that Laura sent me, she gave me a ton of tissue paper. Let me grab some. I should have thought about that before I started the video. Hold on one second while I just grab some. Let me see, I got some, I don't know why these are torn up. Where are the ones that I got in the package? Actually, this one might work right here. Yep, this one will work just fine. All right, I just need it to be just faint enough in color for it to work behind the white. So it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add this tissue paper on, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim around. All right, I'm going to trim it down a little bit though. So how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful week so far. I had such a good time with you all in the chat on Monday. We had a great time, as per usual. Everybody is so nice in our chats on Monday when I do the Make It Monday live. And if you're new here, we have a Facebook group for this YouTube channel. Grace Be Creations over on Facebook. The link will be in the description below. We have a great group of girls, and everybody shares their projects. And right now, there's a bunch of us that are actually doing this junk journal series. So I can't wait to see all the photos. So basically, I'm just lining this working with the flip-flop journal, though, I have to say can be a pain in the boots. It's just, you have to like flip and you have to flop and do all kinds of weird things when you're trimming. And I'm sure you guys are saying, well, why don't you just cut it to size? Because I'm too lazy. I'm just going to flop it down on there and I'm just going to trim around. Alright, I'm going to try and cut along the line. Hopefully I won't go in. Well, it doesn't matter. The white's going to be over it. Alright. Remember, whenever you put your paper down, make sure that it doesn't get in the crease too much where it won't fold. Like, see, that's got a little tension to it. So I'm going to have to lift this up a little bit and trim it. That's the most important part about the flip-flop journal, is making sure that you don't get any paper inside the crease, because you need that envelope crease to fold. You don't want it to be stiff. I love gluing tissue paper down on paper. It just gives a really cool effect. It gives it kind of like a wrinkled look, which is really awesome. And sometimes it peels away. And I've shown you guys how to use tissue paper in projects. It's a lot of fun. All right. I think I just have the bottom here now. I'll just go ahead and place down. Hold on, let me make sure this is going to fold. Maybe I'll trim this a little tiny bit. Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. And make sure when you're trimming, do not cut the envelope. You don't want to cut your envelope in half, because then you'd have to start over. All right. Well, not start over, but you'd have to, like if you cut one of the lines by accident, you'd have to go from here back. I've done it. Sadly, I've done it. Okay, now which side do I want to use? Isn't this pretty? Isn't this so pretty? I got this rectangle doily from Ramona from Junk Journal Creations. And I love it. She sent me a bunch. I was so excited. All right. Now, given that I can see that this is going to go over, I'm going to have to trim this down a little bit more. Let me look at the second one to see if that one was a little bit less wide. No, they look about the same. All right. I want to use this side anyways. I want it to be like the outside corner on that side. So I'm going to grab my trimmer and I'm just going to trim this piece here, probably like a 1/2 inch or maybe an inch. I'll start with a 1/2 so that you can always take away, you can't add, so always got to be really careful when cutting doily because it rips so easily. Okay. That should work. All right. All right. I got to trim it on the bottom as well, but I can do that in a second. All right, so I'm going to place it down, and before I glue it, I'm going to make sure that everything folds. Yeah, that's going to work good. All right, time to glue down. And so now with this tissue paper in the background, I have that nice little hint of pink behind the white. So I'm not putting white on white. See that nice pink coming through? Isn't that really pretty? That's the look I was going for. That's the look I was going for. See, I love that look. That is so pretty. Okay. Ouch, 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 ouch. Just kidding. All right. I like how that looks. Awesome. She folds nice. Oh, wow. I really love that. I almost want to do another one. I want to look at something really quick. The only paper that I wasn't happy with on this journal, this one is a little bit dark. I wasn't sure about this one. And then this one, it just seems like these two don't, I like them. Don't get me wrong. I like the flow. They're not my favorite. They're not my favorite. I like how this flows and this flows. If I was to put this over that though, I'm not sure. Would that bring it down a little bit? Yeah, I think if I put this over, you can see some of the rose in the background and it kind of dulls down that darker color. And then this will feel better because it matches more with this compared to this with that. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and add this on top. Yeah, I think that'll work out. I'm going to go ahead and trim 1/2 inch like before. I think I like that a lot. I'm really liking how this doily looks over the paper. Okay. Okay. All right. This is the top here. So I'm going to go right there, just like the other one. Actually, that's not the way it's supposed to go. Hold on. 1, 2. Something's not folding right. Hold on a second. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. That's the way it's supposed to go. Okay, let's put that in here. All right, that seems good. All right, we're going to go ahead and glue. I like that the rose does peek through the holes. You can't quite tell it's a rose, but you can kind of see the petals, so good enough. I just wanted to tone down some of that really dark color against the pink of my book, because the theme is going more sort of like a softer color, so I want to stick to that theme. I'm very particular when it comes to colors, and I like things to flow. Not to say that you can't throw different colors down. I just like it to complement each other. So I'm usually careful. And a lot of times it's about trial and error. You just go ahead and you put down what you really want, and then you see if it works. And if worse comes to worse, you can just place another piece of paper on top, right? It's not the worst. So see, I like the flow of this a lot better. This flows a lot nicer with this, that we tone down some of that darkness. Before it was popping out so much, you know. So I love it. I love it. Okay. So I was able to incorporate that second doily into the book. So let's finish working on the other side. We have a couple more to decorate, to line, I mean. I do like this. I actually have it as a fold. I might keep it as a fold. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this or not yet. It's a little blurry because it was a smaller image, so I'm not sure. Keeping it open. I like this one, but it's not tall enough. So that's kind of out of the question. I'll probably end up using this in the book as a flip out or something, like on top of a page. I didn't realize that that wasn't the right size. All right. What next? I've got some of this paper here. Hold on, let me just turn down that music a little bit in the background. Okay. Actually, I have this paper that I want to incorporate. The only thing about this, it's a little bit bright pink, but that's the only thing, is that it's a little bit on the bright side. Actually, it's not that bad. I don't think it, actually this side's a little less. Actually, I like that. Yeah. I'm going to keep it as an open, so I have options for that. I can always make like a lace pocket on the inside later. So I'm actually going to keep that open. All right. I will need to trim it though. I probably need to trim it a 1/2 inch. These pages are all the right sizes, but you have to remember you cannot put the paper on the crease. So you have to remember that when making your papers, that no matter what the size, if you're going to go the exact size of your flip-flop journal, you have to remember that the papers can't sit on the crease. You have to bring the papers a little before the crease. So your sizes are going to be a little bit different than the exact size of your journal when making your signatures or your lining. I don't think I cut enough off. I think that was like a sliver. I wasn't paying attention. Let's do a little bit more. Okay. Where was I? I think I was going with this one. Was it this one or the other side? No, it was this side. Okay. See, that sits. Nope, I need to go in a little bit more. Okay. A little bit more. I don't want to cut too much of the rows off. I'm glad I'm using this side. This one's more closer. For some reason, this is like not even. That's probably what's happening. I'm have to go ahead and even that out. All right, that was a good cutting, so it definitely should fit now. You don't have to have it perfect either, you know. As long as you're covering a good majority of the envelope. Okay, I'm gonna go like that, and then just cut off that top. Or I was gonna say I can always lift up, but I forgot I'm gonna open that up. Never mind. Just glue. Me and my mind, I'm like, or I can do this, I can do that. My mind is always creating. Always thinking of something. Oops. No, I want to go up. Right there. There we go. And so now we also have that as well. See? Isn't that going to look cool? And I'll add something in there when I'm working on the journal decorations. All right. So I'm just going to bring this over and just trim the top. There we go. Now the next. I love this. I absolutely love this. Look at this. This little flower will go good. No, I can't decorate yet. Stop. I haven't gotten to that part yet. All right. What can we add next? Now I did do this wallpaper. I'm thinking that it's not gonna flow. I love the blue, but really we're going more so with a beige and pink. So I was hoping it was gonna work, but that's the other paper I trimmed. Let me see what else I have. I thought I brought more over. I mean, I have a bunch of papers I can grab. I have tons printed up. That's why I have so many papers printed up. That's why a lot of times when people ask me where I got something, I'm like, oh gosh. I must have printed that up like a year ago. I have over like 45,000 photos on my hard drive. I do not remember. Unless it's recent, then I'll know. But a lot of times, it's just something I got off my hard drive, and unless it's a DT project that I'm working with, or I do my best to try and find it. I'm just pulling out some more paper from my drawer. And I'm going to see if I can find something that might fit a little bit better. I thought I brought enough over. Like this is most recent. It's not pretty blue, but like I said, the blue really won't mix well. This book is really going towards the beige and pink look. Like these are recent, but it's not tall enough. That won't work. Look at these pretty print ups that I got from a recent kit. Alright. There's that. I do like, that's a possibility. Here I was thinking I was all set. I had all the papers out. It's alright. Oh, that's right. I was going to use one. Hold on. There is one that I had. What did I do with it? There was one that I thought would work good. And I wonder where I put it. Here I am making a mess on my desk again. Alright. Let me just look one more time down here. I have got to go through all of my papers. All my lace and all of my ephemera, all of my lace is sorted out really well. It's the digitals and papers that I really need to sort out. There's that. That one's kind of pretty. I like the little roses on the bottom. I don't remember where I got this from. Look at that nice blue, huh? Why do I keep on picking out all these blue? I think the blue is really becoming some of my favorite colors. The dusty blue, and I like how this has got like two roses, like a line, like it has like a border on the top. Could I fit both borders in here? Ooh, it just makes it. Look at that. I wonder how that would look. It's kind of got a beige look to it, right? All right, I'm just going to look a couple more and then I'll make my decision. Let me see. I got that. Oh my goodness. I have got to go through this paper. All right. I've got I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to put this all away later. All right, that's kind of collageous. I don't want that. I'm not really wanting to put anything collage down because I'm not doing a collage book. I think that's a little bit too close to that one, so that won't work. Well, I think I'm just gonna probably go with this one. I've used this a lot in my books, so I'm not going to use that one. This one's pretty. They're kind of similar in a way. This one kind of has a design on the back of it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go off camera really quick because there is a piece of paper that I found earlier that I loved, and I don't know where I put it, and I don't want to make you guys sit through waiting for me to find the paper. So I'm going to just go off film for a quick second. It'll be only a second for you guys. I'm going to go look really quick while I find this piece of paper. Okay, I am back. I have found a few papers that I was working with the last time. So I found this really nice book paper, paragraph handwriting paper that has like a really cool stitch on the side of it. I was thinking that for one of the options. And then I just brought over a bunch so I can place it next to it just to kind of see. That looks a little bit too, I don't want it to clash. This is one that I was going to use in another book, but I didn't end up using it, and I think it's really pretty. It's beige. I almost feel like there has to be something more plain here, because we have like a nice lace and white here. We have the flower photo here. It almost feels like there should be something more plain here. Like, that's why I kind of thought of this. It's like book writing with like a printed doily over it. Or I was thinking like this. Actually, looking at it up on the camera, this actually looks like it would flow really nice. And then I have the last one I picked. I have this real wallpaper, but that one looks a little bit too yellow. I'm looking at it. I have a TV to my right where I can see what I'm doing, and I can see what it looks like in the color, so that's helpful for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually go with this and then the writing. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this. It's funny because this one opens up. I'm like, should I just do that? But that would be too confusing because I'm not sure where I'm placing my signatures yet. And that's the next part that's going to be hard, is where to place your signatures, right? That's going to be the next part that we'll do in part 4. I'll show you how I choose where my signatures will be in the flip-flop journal. Sometimes people struggle with that, not being sure where they should place the signatures. And okay, I think I did that right. Yep. Perfect. Let's go ahead and, hold on, let me just make sure. I say perfect, but that works there. Yep. It works. Oh, did I trim that? I gotta trim that in half. I don't want it to be too thick in the book. Actually, what I'll do, I'm just gonna trim a tad off the end here. So now I have 2 pieces. All right. Do I like this one? Or do I like that one? I like this one. It's less busy. Okay. Go ahead and place this down. Like that. And also it's good to leave a little bit of room on each side as well, in case you want to put some trim lace in between. It's also a good idea to leave some room. Gotta leave room for the lace, right? It wouldn't be me journal if it didn't have lace in it. That's a little bit crooked. Let me just fix that trimming. On the bottom. All right. And then last, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this book writing. Does that look nice? I'm wondering. It's a soft pink. I'll definitely have to trim it. Trim, trim, trim. Right. I like the stitching on that. I just want to make sure the color is good. I think that's good. I'm doubting myself a little tiny bit. I just want to make sure this is definitely what I want to put down. I want to make sure. I also have to remember that I was telling this to a friend yesterday that this is the lining of your book. You're going to be putting some projects on top of this, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I say that, but look at me. I'm like, you know what I mean. That's actually nice too. I almost wonder if I should do this and then fold it up on the end to create a little pocket up. Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I have an idea. All right. That's going to go on the bottom. I got to trim the end. It's a little bit too wide. So let me trim this. Hold on, guys. UPS is here with the package. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. All right. I'm going to trim this up. Oop, I don't want to trim it too much. Let me just make sure before I put this down. Yeah, for some reason, this is really wide. All right. I don't know why that's so wide. I don't want to go too much in because I'm cutting the flower off that I want to make into the pocket. All right, let's go a little bit more. I hope this does it. Yeah, all right. That should work. Now what I was thinking about doing is flipping it on the other side, gluing it like this, but then bringing this up for a pocket. It's not going to be much of a pocket on the bottom. I thought it was going to be a lot higher than that. I wanted to go up like this and create like a pocket like that, but then that's short. Okay. Here's my thought. Maybe Let me look at something for a minute. Did I do that? All right, sorry, I'm thinking. I do have, wait a minute. I have one more piece of see, I went and made a mess of my desk. Now I can't find what I was looking for. I have to stand up and look. Hold on. I had one more piece of that doily. But now I have all these papers here that I just flooded my desk with. Here it is. Okay, so I have this one more piece. And ironically, it's the right size. So what I can do, I can glue this down and then put this over it. So this will be on the top to fill in that space that I want to make with the pocket. Do you see what I mean? Like that. Or I could just make another, I could save this for the book itself, and I could do another pink background just to kind of make it symmetrical. I could do that too. Or I can put this down and I can trim. It shows a little bit of pink in the background. That way it's not the same exact as that. See, this is that thinking I'm talking about. I'm constantly trying new things. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I got this rose paper. I forget who gave this to me. Was it Laura? Or was it Ramona? A bunch of stacks of this rose paper. I think it was Ramona. Okay, this is perfect. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about this. I don't even have to put this over this if I don't want. It sure would be pretty, but let me just see how this looks. Okay, I am sorry about that. I think that's the notification that was on the news that said everybody's going to get that same notification. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm sure that was really loud. All right. I'm going to go ahead and print this. Sorry, that was like really loud. My ears are ringing. I'm going to glue this down. My son was telling me about that yesterday. He said, Mom, they're going to be doing a worldwide alert, and everybody's phone's going to go off at 2 o'clock. And we laughed about it. I completely forgot about it until it went off. All right. I love this rose paper. This is really pretty. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say something here. I'm loving the palette. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trim this. I actually love the way this looks, okay? I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm gonna do. If you've been watching me long enough, you're saying, yep, I know exactly what she's gonna do right now. I know it. I know what she's thinking. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This is too bright. This is sticking out like a sore thumb. And I think it's because it's doubled up. So, what I was thinking is I'm going to cut this part off. Because with it glued down, it gave color, because wet on tracing paper, printed, it brings out the image, right? So having them both on top of each other, it's too pink. So it almost looks like a hot pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this part off. I'm going to save this though, because I can use it for something else in the book. And I'm going to use this as the background here, because it shows through really beautiful. And then it matches more with the rest of the papers. So I love this. I don't think I'm going to put the doily over it. I actually love these roses. I think it looks really pretty. Although, did I go to the top? Did I not go to the top? Why is that so crooked? I have another one. So if I rip it, it's okay. I've got tons of them. I did not line that up right. I'm just going to use another one because it's all gucky. All right. Let me just reline that back up. I did not even pay attention to that. Let's try that again. You know what it was? The alarm went off at the time I was doing that, and it probably shook me up. Okay, that's a little bit better. There we go. Okay, I'll trim that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this. I'm a little nervous about doing it because I don't want to rip it. So, okay. Let me do it this way. I'll go like this and do it from the outside. I could do this, but I'm almost afraid it's going to tear the one that's glued down, so I don't want to do that. I know I'm not close. I'm trying not to cut this right here. There. Ah! Oh my goodness, everything's coming apart. My desk is like, become like a bomb. Okay. Much better. Much softer. Let's trim the edge here. Actually, what I'm going to do is all right. My older son is texting me. I just want to make sure it wasn't an emergency. All right. I'm going to go ahead and fold this up, and then I'm going to trim it. Okay. Let's trim it from the bottom. Perfect. And then I can see some of the top there. I'm just going to trim along the top. Perfect. All right, now let's go ahead and look at the book. Now I'm going to do my run through. And let's see how I like it. Let's see how well it flows. So we have the envelope, and it opens up this way. We also have it open up that way, and I also have it open up this way. And then we have the main page here. That's right, we added that blue on the bottom. I was going to put a piece of lace down there. Remember we talked about that? I'm like, what's that? I'm like, that's right, I added that on the bottom, because this wasn't tall enough. Then we have the pretty lace on the side there. And then I lined this here. I absolutely love how that came out. Then we have the rose paper. Then we're going to open it up. And open it up. I'm just going to look at how it looks all out. So pretty. Of course, a lot of this we're not going to see because we're going to have projects on top of it. But you will see some of it though. Okay, and now we go to the back part. We have that. And I'm going to put something really pretty up here. There's going to be something on top here. I'm not sure yet, but it's going to be something really cool. And then we open up that. This is probably my favorite right here. I love this transition. That is so pretty. I noticed that white along the edge right there. That I'll probably be putting lace because it's perfect. Because actually, let me do that now. Just so I can show you how that's going to look. The only thing is I don't know what lace I want to use. I wasn't ready for this part yet. I can kind of do an example, but actually it still shows the white. So what I'm going to do is, I don't think I'm going to put the lace down now, but I'm giving you guys like an example. Right? It's going to have like that nice white lace part standing out. So that part right there, I didn't realize that I was so short on the inside of that when I folded it. So I will probably find a nice piece of lace to put here. That'll probably cover that white. I mean, that does look good and it looks fine, but the white really stands out. So I'll probably find a piece of lace that has more of a background to it. Like, let me see. I'm kind of going too far here. I'm not supposed to be decorating yet. But this is one of my favorite laces. But something like, you know, that, or something that's a little bit darker that'll cover up that pink. I'm not sure that's the one I'm going to use, but I'm just giving you guys an example. That looks really pretty from the outside though. I might actually use this one. I'm not sure yet, but that's what I'm going to do. I am so looking forward to decorating this. Okay, so we have this page here, and then the last page is that one. And then we have, like, of course, the roses on the other side. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with how this came out. I am really looking forward to decorating this now. Wow. Awesome. I am so excited. Well, guys, this was part 3. I am so excited that you are going along with me on this, and I cannot wait to see what you guys are working on. I am so excited. And I hope that this is helping you or inspiring you to work on your flip-flop journal with me. And I know a couple of you are new to doing flip-flop journals, so that's exciting. So let me know your thoughts below on what you're working on, and let me know if this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I will try to get back to you right away. My comments response has been a little bit behind, but I'm going to try to stay current with the most recent comment. So especially if you have a question, I don't want to miss that. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you. Make sure to hit that like button, and I will see you in the next video, which might be on Friday or Saturday with the drawing for the next Making It Monday. Have a good day, guys. Bye.